Do you invest in yourself? Good evening, folks, and welcome back to another episode of Silver Dad Knows. Remember, always live with no edits. If this is your first time here, hit that subscribe button now, as you're going to like what I'm about to say. So yes, folks, right here to my left, I am featuring the Silver Dad Knows coin. The Silver Dad Knows round, aka the actual name is the JFK Apollo 11 round. So yes, let us take a look at this beautiful, beautiful piece. The front side of this spectacular round provides a view from the moon with the Earth visible off in the distance. The stylized text at the top reads Apollo 11 with the date of the landing, July 20th, 1969, just below. One of the astronauts' boots are shown walking across the lunar surface. Next to his footprints, the famous quote from Neil Armstrong reads, one small step for a man, one giant leap for mankind. Then you go to what many would agree is the best part of this round, which is the backside, showing President John F. Kennedy, who very publicly announced the U.S.'s commitment to reach the moon before the end of the 1960s. Gazing skyward on the right side of the design, the moon and stars are shown behind him, while a shuttle is shown launching from the Earth. I mean, talk about a backdrop. Both sides of the design use an eye-appealing proof finish, meaning that the relief devices are lightly frosted and these stand out against beautiful mirrored fields. So very unique, a lot of detail that went into these coins. And that is one of the reasons why these are expensive. You know, you really can't get them cheap. As of late, I've been seeing them as cheap as 48, 50 bucks with free shipping. And to me, that's very reasonable because they are just gorgeous coins. And there's only so many out there. I mean, very, very limited. And those who actually buy them, keep them. So real quick, guys, I want to give a shout out to one of my loyal subscribers. And this is the Lead Shed. And this is a comment from last night. Amazing how your country went from leaders like Washington, Franklin, Kennedy, etc., to two illiterate, babbling geriatrics you have fighting for the most important job on the planet now. Stack silver and gold, yes, but most importantly, stack lead. The more freedom seeds you have, the better. Expect the best, prepare for the worst. Capitalize on what comes. Always informative. Cheers, brother. Wow, great comment there from the Lead Shed. And I love how you said, expect the best, prepare for the worst. Absolutely. And yes, as important as precious metals are, you need to have firearms to protect those precious metals. You need to have firearms to protect your household. And a lot of my audience, I know for a fact, is keeping their precious metals at home, as you should. So why would you not have firearms to protect yourself? And going back to the topic of this discussion, but listen to this. I'll take care of me for you if you take care of you for me. The best contribution we can make to one another is our own personal development. What if we become 10 times wiser, 10 times stronger, 10 times better, 10 times more unique? What would that do to our nation? Self-sacrifice earns contempt, but self-development and self-investment earns respect. We need to look after ourselves because the government is not going to. Most especially, we need to learn how to protect ourselves from the government. It is our very own government that is involved with the destruction of our currency worldwide. Keep stacking and holding onto your gold and silver, as the opportunity of a lifetime is already here. It's right in front of us. I own gold and silver as insurance assets. I'm afraid of a very real circumstance that would take the normal prices of gold and silver in US dollar terms up to unbelievable amounts. I don't own precious metals or cryptocurrency because I'm greedy. I own these things because I am fearful for the inevitable. It's quite clear that a shift is happening in the global distribution of power. Those who used to control everything, America, us, we used to control everything. We are now desperately trying to hold on to the old world order, while emerging states are having much more say than ever before. America is doing their best to contain countries like China, militarily, and depress them economically through sanctions, and instructing them how to develop economic policies. However, it's obvious that America is getting further into debt to allocate billions of dollars to ongoing foreign wars. Only one group of people get hurt in all of this: the 95%, the majority. Because the top 5%, the few, they're going to get much richer and much wealthier. This is not an agenda in favor of the masses. The masses are already getting stiffed. They've been getting stiffed for decades. As of right now, the gold to silver ratio is about 80 to 1. 80 ounces of silver at spot to buy 1 ounce of gold. Eventually, it'll be 40 to 1. What does that mean? Silver is going to double at the very least. And then, real quick, folks, right here, before I forget, I just wanted to show Hideo Nomo. This is just one of my favorite pieces, the only one I have right now. Very, very affordable. And if you don't know who this is, yes, Hideo Nomo. So this is a limited edition Major League Baseball round, which honors Hideo Nomo, the first Japan-born Major League Baseball player in 30 years, and he completed his long career in the United States. Nomo was signed by the Dodgers in 1995 and was the 1995 National League Rookie of the Year, and started the All-Star game as a rookie pitcher. This is very rare, so he was an amazing, very, very talented athlete. And it's no wonder why they made this coin. I have the Mark McGwire coin. I have the Barry Bonds. I want to get a Ken Griffey. They're just very, very expensive. But yes, look at this side right here. Just beautiful. Limited edition. If you can't see it, I assume you can because it's going to be HD. But that is $31.99 out of a mintage of only 5,000. But just awesome coin. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful coin. He complements the back, and kind of just want to show you that Barry Bonds piece as well. This is, of course, a little bit more exclusive, more expensive, more sought after. But yeah, same back. Now these are selling well over $100, while the Hideo Nomos, you can still find them for around $50, $45 with free shipping, and that's very reasonable. Because originally when I was first getting them, it was a different story. But folks, just to finish this evening, I will have something very special here, and I've been showing it for like the last 2 weeks. But if you go to my description, you're gonna see a link to my Amazon account, and that'll take you to my books because I am a published author. And on the 25th of June, I released my third novel, which is a sports thriller, a sports epic. So it takes place in the 90s, and you see players like Barry Bonds, who are mentioned. They're not really characters in the story itself, but they are mentioned. Alex Rodriguez. But it's a story about a fictitious baseball player who is driven by the friendship, his best friend, who is an autistic savant, an advanced autistic savant. And from children to men, they guide each other. And, his friend being such a genius, he propels the athlete to stardom. He guides him. He shows him how to find himself and to become this elite player. And see, the autistic savant, I don't want to give away too much, but everybody has issues, and I start to take away from the game itself, going into adulthood, showing addiction, showing greed, showing betrayal, real human experience. So as I said, it is a baseball story that's not even necessarily about baseball. Elements of the mafia, and there's much more. I just don't want to give I don't want to give any more away than I've already said. You can go to my description. But yes, folks, my third novel, and I would truly say it is my best. But as always, this was another evening with Silver Dad Knows. God bless you. God bless your household. And God bless America.